a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. Is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight forever.
Victory against Ruthless Jason Raditz. And I mean, it was one hell of a matchup, but veteranship always goes right. And tonight is what I'm wondering, are we going to see the Great Alexander's first loss here in RWA? But it's going to take a lot. Oh, wait a minute, he's tagging him from behind, and we have started Bloody Harvest off with a bang, you could say, and Great Alexander not taking any time, no hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah, Great Alexander known for getting quick on the jump, and that is the talent of Great Alexander, showing off how quick and agile he is to go along with that Mucho Banco account.
Mucho Banco?
I mean, the man he's rich. He's filthy rich.
I understand that he's rich, but I don't think Banco is the right word.
No, neither was Bronco Loco, but you guys ran that into the ground for years.
No, El Bronco Loco was legit. He had a mask and everything.
He was an international superstar, but right now we got to focus on the men in the ring. That is Justin Idol and the Great Alexander. And right now, Great Alexander taking it to Justin Idol, got him in that opposite corner, and he's just delivering the rights. And
And there we have our first plate of chops served right here tonight at RWA Bloody Harvest, and there's a follow-up plate.
Yeah, but Justin Idol right now, what Alexander can do, he can do better. He's trying to show that. What you can do, I can do better. And right now, delivered suplex by Great Alexander, and look at the physique on this man. Personal trainers do that for you.
Yeah, you know what? When you're able to work out with the best of the best. Wait, one? No. Looks like just maybe a half of a count. I don't know, Doc.
Well, Justin Idol, that's why he's called the One Cool Cat. I mean, he just snuck right out of that pinfall. And right now, the Great Alexander just, oh, come on. Now, this is you're not going to pin Justin Idol.
I have a question. How is it that it's because he's the One Cool Cat that he just snuck out of a pinfall? What does that have to do with being cool or a cat?
Cats are sneaky.
Cats are agile, not sneaky, Doc.
They're both.
No.
They always bite me.
Well, you're an idiot.
Off the ropes.
That's because nobody likes you.
Oh, delivering those rights. Here he goes. Oh, my goodness, natural style.
Beautiful shades of the Dusty Rhodes.
Clothesline. Moves him over. And now Justin Idol getting this crowd fired up here in West Newton. Off the ropes we go. Oh, drop kick. Well, low drop kick. 2 and only a 2 count.
See, Justin Idol had that 3 count there with how long it was held, but the referee out of position because we at RWA hire only the best referees possible.
Not only are you hungover, you're also crabby. And right now, Alexander looks like he's going to be at a crabby move. Justin Idol lands this, has him up. German rolls him over. Are we going to have 3 count? 1, 2, and no, only a 2 count.
Hate to correct you there, Doc. That was a side suplex, not a full German. Get your moves correct.
It wouldn't be a show without you correcting me at 24/7, wouldn't it? Okay, so now Idol helps him up. Oh, big knee to the face. And that, what can I say about this guy? The Great Alexander. Oh, my goodness. Stunner. Has him.
That might be it.
1, 2, no, only a 2 count. Just kicked out in the nick of time.
Only a 2 count. Only so close. But as we all know, Doc, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Guess what? We're not playing either one of those here tonight.
Now, here's the problem I'm noticing with Alexander. He is now focusing on the crowd. One of the plights of his great success partner, Jordan Styles, focusing way too much on the crowd. And I tell Jordan this all the time. I need to tell Alexander this too. Don't focus on the crowd. Man, that clothesline was brutal.
But here's the thing, Tony. He has listened to you because the great success in other promotions right now, they're on a hot streak. All of them are winning. There's no losing. Of course, the Great Alexander, Jordan Styles, and Joey Sinceri. I mean, these guys are just taking it and running rampant here. And wait a minute, referee's back's turned. What's going on here? Alexander rolls him up, has him. What? He's holding the ropes. He's holding the ropes. Oh, come on. That's a 3 count?
That's greatness.
7 seconds. Your winner, the Great Alexander.
Great Alexander victorious right there with a beautiful roll-up. And, I mean, it was right in front of us. I can't ignore it. He did use the ropes for leverage, but the ref poorly in position. You cannot blame Great Alexander for using the ropes.
I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen, if for those... Wait a minute.
Oh, no. You know who this is. Church knows who this is. I know this is.
Simply the best.
Ryan Edmonds is coming out here, and last time we saw Ryan Edmonds, he looked like a hot dog buffet. Oh, wait a minute. It's the gavel David Lawless.
The law is here, ladies and gentlemen. The law is here.
Good to see you're feeling better right now.
I need you to put that defamatory and slanderous side down right now.
Oh, now he's going to start with the slander.
I'm going to slap a lawsuit on you faster than your ex-wife asking for her missed child support, you loser.
Ryan Edmonds and David Lawless, two of the best on the mic because they speak the truth.
Wait a minute, hold on.
You morons in Rasputin will let me speak for a second.
Well, last month, Lawless was defeated in that ring by Ron Hunt.
It's easy to win a costume contest with your mother and your cousin are the same person, okay? Shut up! Now listen, man. My best friend, my client, Ryan Edmonds, could not be here tonight. Shut up! He does not!
Man, they will not let Lawless talk right now.
You better watch because they'll take them all to court.
If you don't shut up. Now listen. I've been told that I can't wrestle here, which I am appealing that decision as we speak. But no one said I couldn't sit at the commentary table and talk about my favorite wrestler, the Red Ron Hunt. So I'm going to take my place right up on stage, and I'm going to watch you morons duke it out. You got this. You got this, Red.
Okay, who invited him?
George, give me a second to get up there, okay?
Who invited him?
I mean, it looks like he's gonna sit down in commentary and talk, and well, I mean,
There's no room.
There's commentary. Who's giving me a spot on commentary?
I don't.
Right down.
Doc, get out.
Call it whatever you want. It's the greatest attorney and professional wrestler on commentary. Slide down. Slide down.
Lawless, it's phenomenal to see you here tonight, my friend.
Well, thank you so much for having me here tonight. You know, it's about time that RWA got to listen to the soothed vocal stylings of the greatest attorney and professional wrestler in the world.
And soothing it is as we lock up here, Ron Hunt with Alex Monroe, and Rev is looking a little bit angry, I'll be honest, tonight. It was kind of expected, and he's pointing at you, Lawless.
He needs to focus on his opponent in the ring, but, you know, it's like everyone that's involved in organized religion, right? They always want to blame someone else before they blame themselves. Am I right?
I mean, it can happen on occasion, but at the same time, you know, as somebody who speaks from the cloth himself, I think I speak the truth just a little bit.
Did you hear? You're hearing this, right? He's saying that Edmonds is next. He's going to take out Alexander Monroe. And in the back, he was saying that he was immensely frustrated that Edmonds was not going to face him, and he's going to take out all that frustration on Alex Monroe.
Listen, Ryan Edmonds has a job. He makes money, and he's a huge Jacksonville Jaguars fan. So I don't know if anyone listening out there knows where the Jaguars are playing tomorrow, but it's called a country London. He's going to be over there supporting his team.
Well, whether or not the flight makes it or the Jaguars win, we still have a lockup, and Alex Monroe now climbing up the turnbuckle, trying to get leverage on Ron Hunt, and Ron with the clean break. Oh, but that was not clean.
You know, he deserved that. Rev deserved that. He needs to quit running that mouth and let it get slapped a little bit more.
Oh, looks like Rev. Oh, Rev just throwing Alex Monroe across the ring, almost the entire length of the squared circle, running up. Big clothesline by Rev Ron Hunt. Now he's loading up for the back elbow. Setting him up, looks like he's calling for something. Ducks under, runs the ropes, picks him up, big backdrop.
No. You cannot do that. These are all legal moves that the Rev is pulling out Far be it from a man of the cloth to actually act with integrity, though.
Well, Alex Monroe looking to call, no, but just avoiding the rushing Rev, and Rev eats the second turnbuckle there, and now Alex Monroe working over that arm.
Now that's a man that knows how to work in a wrestling ring, and if you think that's bad what's happening to the Rev right now, wait until Ryan Edmonds comes back to RWA and gives Rev Ron Hunt the beating he deserves for that embarrassing display, throwing hot dogs down his throat. Disgusting.
Is that still sitting on the mind of Ryan Edmonds? As you're his representative, you must talk to him about these things on the regular.
Please, when you're one of the best wrestlers in the world and you're the greatest attorney and professional wrestler, people are always going to want to hate on you. And, you know, Rev can come out and take his cheap shots, can try to throw hot dogs in the face of Ryan Edmonds, but the Rev's just jealous of how good we actually are in the office.
So as the legal counsel for Ryan Edmonds, I do have to ask, are you upset at the fact that the concession table has created the Ryan Edmonds bundle?
Yes, in fact, unless we get a portion of the trademark name associated with Ryan Edmonds, I'm actually going to make sure that they don't sell that at any future events by sending a cease and desist here.
If you do start that lawsuit, that is a lawsuit I'm sure we could not afford. But anyway, I go back to the ring as Rev gets his arm driven into the canvas, and Alex Monroe's controlling this really well.
He's doing a great job working the Rev's arm, and you know, the question is, how's the Rev going to bless up tomorrow at church if he has one arm available?
Oh boy. Well, the Rev is trying to shake it off, but the damage might already be done. Alex Monroe now focusing him, driving his knee into that elbow, trying to dislocate it further, maybe rip some ligaments and do some damage to that arm a little bit more. And now he's trying to hyperextend it with that arm bar.
And it's just a really brilliant strategy. You focus on one thing and one thing alone. And you see the Rev, he's out here focusing on me, focusing on Ryan Edmonds, not worrying about his opponent. And quite frankly, I'm just out here to give the fans a treat on commentary. Nothing more, nothing less.
Well, I mean, you're giving the paying fans over at IndyWrestling.us a chance to hear your melodious voice.
That's right. Now, no one could afford my services, but they could call my office and try.
Well, do you have one of your cards? We can maybe read it out later.
I don't, but you can find me on the internet.
As we get back to the action, Rev reversing a throw into the turnbuckle. And Rev now trying to dodge through, gets lifted up by Alex Monroe. A little precarious position, but big kick by the Rev. Alex Monroe still on his feet, though, but gets that shoulder driven into his midsection, and Rev now setting up, goes over to the back, but you can see his arm is still suffering.
That's right. See, the Rev thinks he can do it. See, he keeps using that arm, and that arm is clearly hurt.
Big Itsuguri, and that made solid contact with Alex Monroe's head.
You mean an illegal kick?
Potato, tomato, I think. And anyway, in any case, going back to the action, now Rev trying to get control back on this match. This is the first time he's been on offense in a while. Trying to get an Irish whip in there, reverses the reversal, kick to the midsection, off the ropes, big kick to the face.
Oh, big neck breaker here.
Big reverse neck breaker.
That's not going to be enough, though.
1, 2, and you were right on the money, Lawless. Only a 2 count.
Rev's going to have to bring a lot more than that. A lot more than that. If he's going to beat Ryan Edmonds.
Well, if you look at the fire in his eyes, he seems to be going with a
I'm going to go give Rev a
big
pep
bicycle kick. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going?
Where is he going?
Well, Lawless just leaving the ring and now going over to the Rev, Ron Hunt, talking to him, trying to, I guess, get into his face a little bit as much as you possibly can at the height level. Alex Monroe now behind. Go for that. Goes for, looks like he went for a ripcord stunner, but roll up, woo, 3, we got it.
The Rev pulling out the victory in the face of Lawless.
At church, Rev barely dodging what looked to be a ripcord stunner by Alex Monroe. That would have been the 3 count for sure, but was able to avoid it, get the roll up, and now he's asking for the mic. Alex Monroe is pissed. David Lawless is pissed. Rev is pissed because he can't get the mic. Hank Hudson not paying attention like he always does. This idiot over here in the tuxedo just staring at his Mountain Dew. Give someone a mic.
Somebody take his mic. Jesus.
That's actually a good call. Someone take my mic. It looks like the Rev wants to speak, and speak he will.
Hey, Edgar Snyder and Nickelback. These guys back up. I'm looking at Bruce for a second. I'm looking for photograph later. Hey, Lois, it's okay. Hey, I didn't touch you. But remember, buddy, you want to talk about lawsuits? It's never a fee unless I get money from you, baby.
I think they heard you the first time, Rev.
Maybe. No, yeah, they did.
No, they heard.
Yep,
They definitely
they
heard
heard him. Yep.
Yep.
We got it.
Now listen, typically we like to separate church from state, Wallace. You know anything about your history. But history also says that your friend, your best friend, Ryan Edmonds, is a little punk.
Rev relying on the fact that he cannot swear, so he uses the RWA fans.
You can keep showing up all you want. I want you to send this message back to the brother Ryan Edmonds. I'm just getting started, and whenever it happens, just know I will find him and I will kill him.
Threats of violence against the Rev, or against Ryan Edmonds from the Rev.
Too lawless. It's telephone from hell, I guess.
I mean, I'm sure word will reach across the pond.
Well, I mean, right now it's probably very, very, very early in the morning for Ryan Edmonds, but knowing Ryan Edmonds, he's going to get that message, and it's not going to be a happy one from David Lawless.
Of pro wrestling, it's bigger than ever. So how can you possibly keep up with everything that's happening? Just pro wrestling news. Don't fear falling behind. Give us just 5 minutes every morning, and we'll catch you up on the biggest news in the world of pro wrestling. No filler, no rumors, no spoilers, no pop-ups. Just pro wrestling news. Subscribe on your favorite podcast app or tell your smart speaker to play the Just Pro Wrestling News podcast. Find out more. Go to justprowrestlingnews.com.
Really feel what the fans are giving to him. For a while, he was trying to be the mouth without reacting to the fans. Now he is embracing what he said he was, the mouth of the masses, and it's becoming a movement of all things. Very interesting thing.
Totally agree with the movement piece there, Tony. But I mean, he's been here before you actually started out on commentary. Church has been a big supporter of Nick Nero since the beginning. I will give him that.
I have been. I think he has been doing an amazing job here in RWA. He's fallen down a few times, but he has picked himself back up constantly. And that is what the fans here in RWA have seen, and that is why the movement that he has started is growing, because he has the fan support, because the fans see what he can do. They are willing to step behind him at this point, and I cannot blame them.
Sorry to cut you off there, Church, but did you see how tall Nero is compared to O'Reilly, just towering over him?
I mean, Nick Nero has some height over just about everybody in RWA. The simple fact is, it's not just about that height. Look at what Joey O'Reilly is doing. He is bringing Nick Nero down to his size already. And Joey O'Reilly, power, speed, agility, he's going to show what he can do, even if Nick Nero may have a few inches on him.
But one thing we have learned here at Church, and Tony, you can back me up on this, what a punch by O'Reilly. Size doesn't matter.
Well, size does matter to a degree, but agility is also king in this household, and Joey O'Reilly's shown some immense agility. However, Nick Nero is not slow. This man can move on a dime, has the movement speed of an NFL-style wide receiver. All right, Church, I know you love football. He can turn on a dime that quick.
Listen, right. Manchester United's not playing, so I'm not listening to anything football-related.
And right now, Nick Nero has that arm, he's had that arm pretty much clutched, and he's trying to work on that arm, but, misses the punches of O'Reilly, and boom, big right by Nick Nero. And Nick Nero now kind of giving O'Reilly a little bit of time to recollect here. But then again, when you're Nick Nero, you can always back it up, like I said. And right now, this crowd getting behind Nick Nero, but, I mean, no disrespect to the crowd. He could care less at this point. He's out for, and oh my goodness, flips him up over, rolls him up for pin. One, only a 1 count, says our referee.
Well, hey, you know who that is?
Who is that?
That's Jimmy Jam.
And oh my goodness, Nick Nero was going to kick the head of Joey O'Reilly and just missed.
Yeah, Nick Nero saying that he was this close to kicking it, but Joey O'Reilly ducking out and doing the smart thing, making the ref use his 10 count. Jimmy Jam is just not counting. Now he started. They gave Joey O'Reilly like 30 seconds of rest before he even started the count. Now he's touching the megaphone. That's not a good idea.
No, you do not touch Nick Nero's megaphone. That is a known rule here in RWA.
He let me touch it once.
Well, you're privy.
I'm not even touching that.
And right now,
did.
Oh, he was going up over the ropes, and O'Reilly just caught him with a forearm to the jaw. Right now, Nick Nero's, he's right out on the apron, and now Joey O'Reilly, they call him the lowlife for some reason. I mean, I've seen nothing but just good, clean wrestling tonight, and right now we're going to see that evil side of O'Reilly. Got him on the, leg drops him on the apron, which of course is the hardest part of the ring.
Yeah,
I was stealing my gimmick.
Yeah, and I would also kind of argue, Doc, I don't know if it's like Friday the 13th, some black, weird witchcraft thing going on. I don't really think that a leg drop, that's not clean. You saying he's been clean this all day, and I don't know what the heck you were watching because that's choking him out.
It's because you have the damn microphone right now, and I couldn't just say it. We are going to see the low life in Joey O'Reilly. We just saw it right there, choking him with the shirt, and spinal tap, and now kick to the chest. Off the ropes he goes. Senton, and another one. Wow, look at that, walking on his hands. Backflip, lands it. This could be it. Well, he's not going for the pinfall. Oh, he's actually playing to the crowd here. 1, and only a 2 count.
It's really nice to be able to just take the mic from Doc whenever I want to, Church.
Listen, I agree. I've done it for years.
Yeah, so Joey O'Reilly now in control, and Nick Nero now punching Joey O'Reilly in the stomach. Whoa, what a drop kick. What a drop kick from the low life.
I will say that is some beautiful agility, standing drop kick. Only a 2 count, though, on Nick Nero. Listen, Joey O'Reilly has everything to be a top star here in RWA. He has only had one other match here in RWA. It was an instant classic with Shane Andrews, and now he is having yet another instant classic here with Nick Nero. I'm excited for what Joey O'Reilly brings to RWA. I might have to jump on that bandwagon at some point.
You're seeing these kicks, a lot of martial arts background with this guy, and he lined him up for something here, and misses the kick. Nero rolls him up. 1, 2, only a 2 count, and now a big kick to the face. And now Joey O'Reilly in control of this matchup, but he needs to stay on Nero. Nick Nero is a guy that he gets momentum, not just from the crowd, but just his anger, his ferocity. And O'Reilly's just taking this lethargic time, and only a 1 count right there.
Yeah, only a 1 count, but now he's choking him out again.
Are you trying to steal my gimmick?
It looks like he had driving those elbows. Now with the pure headlock, squeezing on that neck, another elbow to the chest, and now he has complete control of Nick Nero's head.
Right now, squeezing the life is Joey.
That's literally what I just said, Doc. Squeezing the life out of Nick Nero is Joey O'Reilly.
Jeffy Squared is checking to make sure that this isn't an illegal choke.
It looks legal, and I mean, Jimmy Jam is sitting there, and he's right on top of it.
Now, both of you are going to call the ref by the wrong name?
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay, we'll go with it. So, using the hair, and the referee caught him on that one.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like the referee admonished him or anything, because that's just what low lifes do. And even Jimmy Jam's like, yeah, he's a low life. He's going to grab the hair.
Wouldn't really say that. He gave him a warning.
No, the fact of the matter is the referee did see it. However, he was more upset that both men combined have more hair on their heads than what Jeffy Jam has on his head.
Well, these fans are completely behind Nick Nero as he's trying to get some momentum going right now, driving and then throwing Joey O'Reilly into the corner. Joey O'Reilly running back and eats an elbow. And Joey O'Reilly now trying to keep that offense going. Big kick to the face. And Doc is trying to call a double kick.
Somersault has him. Leg lariat. And
Hey, you got that one right. Good job.
Good job, Doc. I'm proud of you. Big leg lariat from Nick Nero. And now looking for the fans to give him some energy, get him over this initial hum, suffering at the hands of Joey O'Reilly. But Nick Nero trying to get to his feet first, and he's at his knees, and Joey O'Reilly had just started stirring. Doc, just started stirring.
Jamming Jeff is up to 5.
Right now, Nick Nero to his feet. Has him. Forearm. And another one. And Nick Nero now trying to gain some momentum back in his match. I mean, Joey O'Reilly's been kicking the living hell out of him. Oh, what a back elbow. Big kick to the sternum area. Off the ropes he goes. Has him. Oh, my goodness. 1, 2, no. Only a 2 count. Just in the nick of time. Joey O'Reilly just got that shoulder up. Milliseconds away.
I mean, show a shade of the times for Nick Nero, and something that I'm very interested in. Normally, he would go off on the ref for that close of a 3 count. Wait a minute! Big lift up, driving those elbows into Joey O'Reilly's face to try to avoid the fireman's carry. Now has him, lifts him up. Twisting neck breaker. And a beauty, going for the cover. 1, 2, oh! 2.999 seconds.
O'Reilly showing the power as he picked up Nick Nero, but showing the stamina, showing the tenacity by kicking out of that move in just a bit outside.
Right now, Nero off the ropes. Oh, was going for that reverse neckbreaker again. Oh, kick to the stomach by O'Reilly. O'Reilly now. Oh, wait a minute. Reversal by Nero. Sending him up. Oh, here's that agility bit. Oh, catches him with a stutter. My goodness. Off the ropes. Has him. Flying clothesline. O'Reilly has it. 1, 2. This is it. Oh, only a 2 count. Nick Nero playing that game too. Just squeezing out that 3 count just in the nick of time.
Shades of Jay Lethal on that jump. Lethal injection. Nails Nick Nero, and Joey O'Reilly just barely missing the chance to be the victor in this match. And Church, these two are taking each other to the limit.
They absolutely are. This has become an instant classic 5-star match. Now, granted, I know for a good amount of this year we did not have any shows. This is becoming one of those match of the year candidates instantaneously right in front of us. And this is the type of match that I love watching here in RWA.
Nick Nero missed that flying backhand, but flying knee by O'Reilly. O'Reilly off the ropes now. Big boot to the chest. Has him. Big back elbow. Nero with that martial arts background has it up. Swinging. Oh, what the hell could you call that one? 1, 2, 3. It's over. Nero victorious.
In 9 minutes, 53 seconds, your winner, the mouthpiece of the masses, Nick Nero!
Hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
Go the distance, more cardio than usual, working on the treadmill, working Stairmaster, doing what they need to do to increase cardio, because this can take a good long while. Wait a minute.
JDL going for the quick cover. 1, 2, 3. What?
JDL with a cheap shot as I was going on a verbal tirade, catching Crarsh off guard behind the referee's back. Ken, whatever his name is, I don't care. And the simple fact of the matter is now JDL is up 1-0. What do you think about that, Doc?
JDL, king of the cheap shots, taking out Crarsh Jaxon right now in complete control of this second fall. He hasn't even taken his sunglasses off yet, nor his shirt. And Crarsh Jaxon hasn't even got to take off his vest yet. Hey, like I said, JDL has started this out the gate. And with the, The hell does he have there?
That's water, Doc. That's literally just water.
I'm just saying, so he's pulled out brass knuckles of in his tights too.
You think he stores his brass knuckles in the water?
In his tights!
Well, it doesn't
He
matter.
had water in his tights? That's going to chafe.
It doesn't matter the situation because JDL now throwing forearm after forearm at Crarsh Jackson's back. And remember, Crarsh Jackson is instantly, a few seconds into this matchup, behind the 8 ball. He is in trouble. He now needs to win 2 falls in a row, and everything is in JDL's court right now, Doc.
Wait, is he on the 8 ball or behind the 8 ball?
Behind the 8 ball.
Okay, good. If he was on the 8 ball, that's a whole different story, and it's a completely different match. The simple fact of the matter is JDL is choking Crarsh on that second rope, just like, well, we're not going to go
And now he's using the shirt to choke Crarsh Jackson, using his own shirt. And right now, the referee trying to break this up here. And Crarsh Jackson again. I mean, he took quite a shot that first fall, and now he's breaking his arm and just working the arm, working that elbow. And now just twisting that arm almost off the socket is JDL.
Almost methodical in his actions, just beating Crarsh Jackson like he owes him money.
And right now, big European uppercut by JDL. And oh, wait a minute, Crarsh Jackson throwing that elbow, but hurt his arm in the process. And now JDL has not only just found a target, JDL knows he's already up 1-0. And wait a minute, Jackson with the shot to the gut. And now big right to the face. JDL a little dazed here.
I do want to bring up one thing, guys. If you have noticed, other than just this little bit of a flurry, JDL has not only effectively taken Crarsh out of this match to this point with that, whatever happened at the beginning to get that first pinfall, but he has effectively taken the crowd out from behind of Crarsh Jackson as well. The fans have been silent trying to cheer for Crarsh Jackson to get him back into this match. It has been all JDL up to this point.
And up until this point, JDL, for example, has been using every trick in the book, raking the arms. A moment ago, took Crarsh Jackson's vest and put it over his head like it was a hockey jersey, beat him like he's Todd Brashear.
Wow, there's a name from the past. And right now,
who?
Todd Brashear?
Who's that?
One of the meanest brawlers in NHL. But let's get back to the match at hand. One of the meanest brawlers in RWA, JDL, right now taking it to Crarsh Jackson here and lines him up again and big chop. And now got that injured arm, that arm that he hurt earlier, and he, like I said, he's found the target, guys. He just keeps going for it, like straping it over the top rope, and it's just stretching the living hell out of it. That's tearing tendons. And right now,
what? What the hell? George Ross, Earl Hebnering this entire damn thing.
Hey, George Ross, he's known not to take gruffs from these guys. And he's showing JDL now. Crarsh Jackson's trying to mainstream off of that. Couple chest chops there, and now again, if you notice, Tony Church, every time he uses that arm, he's shaking it. There's something physically wrong with that arm.
Yes, that is a definite thing that JDL has had to pick up on. I can't stress enough, though, that George Ross going in the business for himself, shoving JDL like the maniac. We have other refs we can bring in, and George Ross is just shoving people.
I mean, did you expect anything less from Bugsy McGee?
Oh, we're going to
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
And right now, Crarsh Jackson in pain, again, grasping that arm. And now JDL in complete control. We might see 2-0 here if this keeps going on.
You shouldn't call him a nothing. Like that's mean to call any of them a nothing.
Remember, Crarsh Jackson is extremely talented. To call him a nothing is discussion, even in front of someone as amazing as JDL. As JDL now controls that arm, putting more pressure, twisting it, and George Ross right on top of it, trying to keep an eye on this to see if Crarsh Jackson wants to give up.
You said Doc calling Crarsh a nothing was a discussion, or is it disgusting?
Disgusting.
Okay, because you said discussion, so I just wanted to make sure.
I'm
we were
having
right.
trouble. You have to understand, I'm trying to pivot, and Doc keeps trying to take the mic from me.
Well, I mean, it's understandable. You shouldn't pivot, though, because pivoting is for basketball, and let's be honest, nothing is worse than watching basketball.
Sports reference from church, that's new.
First of all, one thing about Crarsh Jackson I can say, it's going to take a lot. The simple fact is this. TNA.
Is it because he's a big guy?
No, he's been in TNA.
What?
He's a power lifter. I mean, there's a lot.
Well, look at the rope. I mean, the rope break. He has to break it. 3. Well, okay. JDL breaks it at the 3 count. Crarsh Jaxon trying very hard to get some semblance of offense here, Doc. I don't know why you're not bringing this up, though. As the play-by-play guy, you should be bringing these things up.
Because I don't have the goddamn mic. That's why. So anyways, now that I have it, back to the match at hand. JDL now in complete control again with that arm, and now just drives Crarsh Jaxon to the mat.
I almost spit my water out.
And now he's in a little bit of trouble, guys. We might see. Oh, here we go. Maybe a second fall here. 1, 2, and only a 2 count, says George Ross.
Only ever counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, Doc. We're not playing either one of them tonight. Although you're playing a dangerous game, I must say.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. Anyways, Crarsh Jaxon, he needs those arms. I mean, like again, like we said, he's a power lifter. He also played football in college. He's played for Pikeville University. And big chop by JDL.
Pikeville has a university?
Yes, they do.
Where is Pikeville?
Kentucky.
Kentucky has education?
Believe it or not, that knee.
Even I wouldn't go there, Church. Jeez.
And now Crarsh Jaxon, a lot of pain. I mean, he's stretching that torn arm, and now the knee just right into the spine. Crarsh Jaxon, he has him.
Only a 2 count.
Yeah, I asked JDL earlier about walking out on his opponent last month, and his exact words were, I just didn't feel like wrestling anymore. What arrogance from this man. All right, now he just keeps trying these 3 counts, 2, and oh, no, wow! Did you see the power of Crarsh Jaxon there? Just pick JDL up like a ragdoll and throw him.
Despite the pain in the arm, despite JDL working on that arm all match long, there is still some strength and power left in Crarsh Jaxon.
And now JDL, that second rope, has him lined up. Has a double axe handle across the back. And again, Tony, he just keeps taking the momentum away from Crarsh Jaxon. Crarsh Jaxon just gets a little bit, and JDL just takes it right away.
And my boy, JDL, is definitely doing the damage he needs to do right now. George Ross is counting a bit slow, but it's fine, I guess. But JDL also getting a chance to take a little bit of a breather, and this entire match has been JDL on top. Brief spurts of Crarsh Jaxon getting some offense in, but Crarsh Jaxon is eating pine right now as he lays on the basketball floor.
Bob Ross putting out a happy little 10 count.
And what I can say this, I'll say this, you talked about preparing for this 2 out of 3 falls, guys. JDL brought water. I mean, if you think about it, he has definitely prepared for this matchup.
Yeah, and you brought it up earlier as if it was brass knuckles. It was just a little bottle of water.
The man is known to keep brass knuckles in his trunks, Church. You know that.
Not even a big bottle of water, a little bottle of water.
Yeah. He wasn't even trying to brag about his bottle of water. He just brought out a little one in his tights.
And right now, in control is JDL. Big chop by Crarsh Jaxon, though. On the floor, these guys are going to go. Oh, and just slammed his arm off the apron. There was no give on that one. I mean, he's trying to shake out the numbness, the pain, and it's just not working. JDL is taking advantage. I mean, he's been taking advantage since the bell rung from the first fall.
Got a handful of purple hair.
Yes, he does, and the referee's trying to warn him there. Wait a minute, if JDL does this is amazing. He's going to try to suplex him from outside of the ring. Has him up, and he got him, guys. He got him. But wait a minute, that took a lot out of JDL right there.
That just shows you the strength and power that JDL has. And let's be perfectly honest, we're how long into this match? And the fact that JDL still had that strength and power to be able to lift up Crarsh Jaxon up and over the top rope from outside the ring to in just shows what the man can do in the ring when he is focused.
And give a credit to Crarsh Jaxon being able to kick out after that humongous suplex over the top rope, still being able to kick out at 2. But again, I can't stress this enough. Crarsh Jaxon in a 2 out of 3 falls match has gotten maybe 50 seconds of offense, and we are close to 10 minutes in this matchup.
And right now, JDL just lining them up, standing on the outside of the ropes. Oh no. Okay, women and children need to move right now, because if this happens again, oh, wait a minute now. Crarsh Jaxon blocking him. Crarsh Jaxon doing everything he has him up and suplexes him back in the ring. How did that receipt feel? JDL. My goodness, JDL in a lot of pain now, kicking his feet in pain. Crarsh Jaxon has to do something here. He has to try to gain the momentum. He has to do something to turn this around for him. Because if he doesn't, it's over. And right now,
can I have the mic? Jeez. JDL is looking dazed on his feet right now, and this is the first time Crarsh Jaxon has gone ahead of steam, throwing that clothesline, and it takes JDL off his feet.
You know, when you get that big locomotive moving, it's going to be hard to stop it.
I mean, we've seen it before. Crarsh Jaxon has just ran through opponents, and JDL
that works.
utilizing his sources there and just pulling Crarsh Jaxon face first to that second turnbuckle.
I wonder if there is a dental plan for Crarsh Jaxon, because he might need some work after that. JDL, now this is what I don't like. I love JDL, I love his cockiness, and he's a talented wrestler. However, he is giving Crarsh Jaxon a little bit too much room. I know he's worked him over, but he still has not gotten that second pinfall. I wish JDL would stay on him, and it looks like he's going for the finish, going for that humongous slam. But Crarsh Jaxon blocking it.
And right now, Crarsh Jaxon trying to his way out of this, blocks him again, and my goodness, Crarsh Jackson's just doing everything he can. And wait, has him up, and he picked him up with one arm. He picked him up with one arm. What power Crarsh Jaxon has.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Crarsh, he used the arm that JDL has been working on all night long to pick him up, and it hurt him as well.
Only a 2 count. And only Crarsh Jaxon, he wanted that fall so bad on that one.
Crarsh Jaxon could have very well had that pinfall had he not used that arm. He used the hurt arm for the slam, and it caused him to take a momentary lapse, and as such, he did not get a 3 count. Speaking of which, I thought we almost had a 3 right there.
I thought we did too. Wait a minute, rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Jaxon wins the second fall. He just outsmarted him on that one.
At $1 place, Crarsh Jaxon.
Crarsh Jaxon pretty much outsmarted him. Pretty much a crucifix pin there. 1, 2, 3, boom.
I'm stunned at how quick that pin was, but now JDL's still the first to his feet. Just lost the pinfall, he's back to his feet, and now kicking that damaged arm. And now we have the fire that JDL needs, but he has to start stepping on it, and he's stepping on that arm just like he needs to step on the gas pedal.
Well, I mean, think about it, Tony. You know, he had such a momentum, and Crarsh Jaxon just pulled the emergency brake with that pinfall in the second fall.
You know, just because I make car references mean you have to one up me on these car references. As JDL is choking Crarsh Jaxon with the ropes, and George Rush now separating him. And George Rush has been getting way too involved in this match, I might add. I really have a problem, and the Athletic Commission really needs to look at George Rush for getting this involved in this matchup.
Are you kidding me right now?
I am not kidding. George Rush is a referee. He should not be getting involved like this.
And right now, JDL, big chop. And Church, what can I say? What did you think about that pinfall? I mean, my God, Crarsh Jaxon out of nowhere.
No, it was out of nowhere. He literally slammed on the brake, threw it in reverse, and put a 180 J-turn, and ended up getting a pinfall. It was amazing.
I hate you so much. I hate you.
Hate who?
Yes.
I don't even know what the hell I did just there.
Why is he looking into a mirror?
And flying punch by Crarsh Jaxon, my God! And now here comes Jaxon off the ropes. Big European uppercut. JDL is out on his feet. Roll him over with his head, his body, whatever he can. We have it here. 1, 2, 3. Jaxon wins. Jaxon wins.
14 minutes, 36 seconds. Well, the third falling
Crarsh Jaxon victorious, and JDL not out on his feet, but out on his stomach from that running shot that Crarsh Jaxon gave him. And Church, that's a big win as Doc storms off angrily for having the worst night of his professional career. Crarsh Jaxon with the biggest win of his RWA career, defeating JDL, and JDL is back on his feet. But I don't know if JDL knows where he is.
JDL taking a loss. 2 falls straight up to Crarsh. Crarsh pulled out a win, let's be perfectly honest. JDL was in charge with most of this match. Crarsh persevered and in the end pulled out the win.
What is going on right now? JDL is just jaw-jacking and giving him the nod. JDL taking his loss bitterly, but cleanly. Now he's angry. Now don't get me wrong, he's angry.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
JDL, from one southern boy to another, you're one tough son of a bitch. I'll do this any day of the week with you as long as you want. Thank you. I know a lot of you guys have just slowly started to get to know me over the last few months since I've been coming here more regularly. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. Most of you may not know, 4 years ago today, my dad passed away. And it was because of him that I have this love, this passion, this fire for professional wrestling. If it wasn't for him, I would have never known what wrestling was. And then I wouldn't be out here entertaining every single one of you guys every single month. And I want to thank all of you for treating me like I'm one of your own. I really and truly greatly appreciate it. All of you are going to make this year's birthday in 4 days way more special than it has been in the last 4 years. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And I love you.
For a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all. Is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight forever